So this is gonna be kind of unfiltered and like uncut because like I'm just lazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not latent. Am I lazy? I'll let you decide if I'm lazy. But the like I'm just gonna get this out in it because I think it's important for you that you need to have humility because being able to see where like your shortcomings are, to be able to see where you lack is like crucial for your success because you can have an ego, but you got to keep it in check. And so, like at first, your ego will be able to help you and get that initial success because obviously, like your self-image is changing, and you'll be able to get success. But after you get the success, you especially need to be humble then, because if you think, yeah, I'm the greatest, I'm the best, and then like so you're up here, you think like you're up here, yeah, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. You'll forget where your shortcomings are, and then you'll go like that, and then you're back to square one, and then you still have this massive ego, but now you've just like not got the rewards and not got the success anymore, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm the best, but now you have nothing to show for it. So we need to understand humility and what humility actually is. Humility is kind of like having a student mindset and just understanding that you don't know much and you're not that great yet, and that there's always further progress that could be made. And when you start thinking like that, you'll be able to just level yourself up in many more areas than you thought you would be able to if you didn't have humility. Because we all know that one guy who just has this massive ego, and then let's say he has a massive ego, and then he gets his, I don't know, he gets his test score back, and it's not the grade he would like. We all know that one guy who just starts throwing a fit, oh, it's unfair, like start complaining, instead of just looking at it, going, okay, there's clearly progress that needs to be made, how can I be better? And when you start thinking like that, I promise, man, like you start unlocking like different parts of your brain. Like you actually like become big brain because now you're like really think about these two scenarios, right? One guy is throwing a fit and saying, "Oh, the odds are against me," and pretending, and not even pretending, acting like he's a victim of his circumstances, instead of understanding that he can make progress in something, he can change. And the guy who does see progress to be made and understands that progress can be made, he's going to do much better than this guy because this guy complains and doesn't know anything. This guy complains and thinks he knows everything, but clearly he doesn't know much. This guy understands that he doesn't know much and sees how he can improve. This guy's going to go up here and probably get the test score he wants. This guy's going to stay the same because his ego's in the way, and so he doesn't like it when something bad happens to him or something like attacks that ego, and then he starts throwing a fit. And so I don't want that to be you. Which one of these guys are you? And I really hope you're this guy. And if you're not, try and become more like this guy. And the way you do that is through humility. And so simply, all you need to do is just understand that there is always progress to be made. You are not that great just yet, and that you do not know much. And once you start understand, keep it in the back of your mind, because humility is a skill. So obviously, right now, you've probably never tried leveling up humility. So you're probably like a level one in the skill. So honestly, you're not going to be that humble right now. And so you may still have a massive ego. You may still be a bit arrogant. You might have a massive ego still, or you might be a bit arrogant, and that's fine as long as you work to increase the skill of humility and level it up, which is simply through like I say, understanding that you aren't so great yet. There's progress to be made, and that you don't know much. Once you understand that, you'll be able to get more and more success. Now, obviously, that with that being said as well, like majority of people aren't humble, so it's going to be hard to be humble a lot of the time, and you're gonna almost have to actively remember to like be humble and like, oh, remember humility. You don't know much. There's always progress that needs to be made. Like, because your natural like thought pattern right now is just like to have a massive ego and big yourself up. Oh yeah, I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. But once you have humility, it's not like you're beating yourself up. By the way, humility isn't beating yourself up. It's just understanding that there's progress that needs to be made, not beating yourself up because there's progress that needs to be made. Being humble will also allow you to keep yourself accountable and whatnot. And so, let's say you start getting a bit too comfortable with your success, like getting complacent. Complacency is kind of like getting comfortable with your success and thinking that you don't need to do anymore because like you're so great and whatnot, and like, oh yeah, yeah. Complacency is like getting too comfortable with your current success and like taking your foot off the gas. And when you remain humble, you essentially understand when you're taking your foot on and off of the gas. And everyone gets complacent every now and then. So if we induce humility, that can like complacency can happen less, which will mean more and more success. The less you get complacent, the more success you will get. Take care.